Light is the magical stuff that we use to create our pictures. It's found all around us and comes from a variety of sources, both natural and man-made. It also comes in many forms and colours, each one affecting the atmosphere of our pictures differently. To help us understand light, I have broken it down into 4 main categories: transmitted light, reflected light, soft light, and hard light. Hard light comes from any light source that is apparently small. Now, the sun on a clear day is a prime example. Now, we know the sun's not actually small, but it appears small because it's so far away. And it acts like an extremely bright but small light bulb in the sky. Soft light comes from any light source that has a large apparent surface area. Now, a great example of that is like the light we've got right now. And that's where the sun is shining through an overcast sky or a large blanket of cloud. And that large blanket of cloud has now become the large light source. And that large light source is what's giving us the soft light. The characteristics of hard light are that it has a very high contrast. Because of that high contrast, it gives very sharp, hard-edged shadows. It also has a certain sparkle and sharpness to the light because of the high contrast. And it also reveals texture very strongly if the light source is at the right angle. Whereas soft light is very low in contrast and hardly gives any shadows at all. In actual fact, if soft light is used incorrectly, it can look quite dull. So, what type of light is best for photography? Well, right now is what photographers call the magic hour. And that's because it has all the magic ingredients. We've got soft light from this large light source above us, which is the sky. But we've also got hard light from the sun, which is setting over there, and it's cutting through the Earth's atmosphere, so it's reduced in intensity to a much more manageable level. And by combining hard light and soft light, it makes the photographs much more interesting. Now, to add to that, we've also got transmitted light, and that means we can see the light source in the picture. Plus, we've got reflected light reflecting off the surface of the water and off the wet sand. And by putting all of those things together, we're going to get a fantastic image. And if I can just get this piece of driftwood to stay still, I think we're going to get the shot that we want. That's coming together really nicely. Just going to move that over a little bit. Some beautiful reflections off of the bit of wood. It's a little bit too close. Just going to move it back down there. And I want to be quite precise. Oh no, she moved out the way again. Oh, still, that's quite a good result. Quite a good result. We got the water flowing by, got the bit of wood. As you can see, sometimes you need to get your feet wet to get the best shot. For this shot, I was using a super wide angle lens and experimenting in manual mode with shutter speeds from 1 to 6 seconds. I used a small aperture for maximum depth of field. To balance the light in the sky with my darker foreground, I used ND filters, which we look at in depth in our travel and landscape DVD. To understand light better, start looking at it in different situations and try to figure out what you are seeing. Is it hard light, or is it soft light, or is it a combination of the two? For the best light, try to shoot at least half an hour before and after sunset. If the weather conditions are right, then this will usually be the most attractive light of the day.
We'll try a couple more shots before we pack home, and I can change out of these wet socks and shoes. Fantastic.
magic hour is not the only time or light that we can shoot in. You can even take advantage of hard light at midday by shooting indoors. I'm going to show you how you can create stunning portraits with nothing more than a window and a reflector for lighting.
Now, a great lighting setup that you can easily use in many different locations, even in your own home, is simply a large window. Now here, we've got Vicky modelling for us, and we're using this large window light to illuminate soft light all the way down the side of Vicky's face. Now, one of the problems when you just side light like this is that the other side of the body will be in shadow. Now, a great way to get around that is simply to use a reflector, and reflectors are great tools. Now, you can get a variety of different reflectors. This one here is a commercially available reflector that just pops open like that, and you can take out on location with you. And then if you look at Vicky's face here, you'll see the difference that that reflector makes as I put that light in and out of the shot like so. So a huge difference. Now, it's silver on one side and it's white on the other, so the silver side gives a harsher light. But if you don't want to use a reflector like that, you can even use something as simple as a piece of white card like this. Here I've got a little bit of white board, just a bit of white foam board, and again, watch the result here, what we can do there. So this side of the face is dark and in shadow. Simply bring the white board in and we've got a great reflector, great fill-in panel to illuminate that shadow side for us. So very simple technique, large window, nice soft light, beautiful for portraits, fantastic for portraits, and then simply a reflector on the other side to fill in the shadow side. So I'm going to get Vicky leaning in against this window, and then we're going to use a couple of different reflectors and we're going to see what results we get. Okay, Vicky. That's great. Come down towards me a little bit more. Okay. And head over the other way. That's it. Okay, and pop back again. Sorry, let's just get it. Okay. There, that's it.
This shot uses a white reflector close to our subject. Here the reflector is further away, resulting in less fill light and more shadows. In this shot, no reflector was used at all. And in this shot, the white reflector was close to our model.
Shot. That's it. That's good. Great. Okay, just give me a little hint of a smile there, Vicky. That's it. Good. Just chuck that light there. Perfect. Same pose. That's it. The difference without the reflector and then with the reflector. Without and with. And you can see that even without the reflector can be quite nice. In that case, there's actually a little bit of light bouncing back from the other side of the room anyway, which is filling in a little bit. And then on the one with the reflector, it's almost a bit too strong. So I think what we'll do, Fab, is just get you to go in with the white card this time, but just go from a little bit further away. It's a much softer light, which is fantastic for filling in all those creases in Vicky's face. That's it, good. Okay. Excellent. I'm just going to drop that down a little bit. Okay, turn your head towards the window, Vicky. That's it, good. Keep that there. That's lovely. You can see from this that the surgeon is going to have to do the reconstructive work around about here, and then probably shrink the nose a little bit, expand the head.
Lift those up.
Yeah, lift those up. Maybe make your fingers longer so that they drag on the floor like an orangutan, which would probably suit you quite well.
Far off.
But yeah, so I think it's worked out quite nicely.
For the picture on the left, we used a white reflector from approximately 2 meters away, giving a slight fill to the shadow side of our image. For the shot on the right, the reflector was moved further away, resulting in a stronger shadow. Notice how in both shots I have used a large aperture to blur the background, concentrating the attention on our subject.